The story begins with a group of 6 men who are traveling to a destination on a plane. Actually, these people had gone on a trip, but one of their friends got an eye infection, so they had to return from there. Their plane was flying over the sea, and due to bad weather, their pilot lost his way. The pilot's name was John and his companion's name was Max. Neither of them could figure out where they were going, and all they could see in every direction was the sea. Next, we see that in this sea, there was an island where only girls lived. These girls were young and extremely beautiful. Meanwhile, the plane kept moving forward. But since they had been wandering aimlessly for quite a while, the plane's fuel also started running out. To make matters worse, the plane's compass had broken down and their radio wasn't working either. John realized full well that the plane couldn't stay in the air much longer, so he wanted to land it at the very first available spot. Meanwhile, a man named Will suddenly catches sight of an island, after which John decides to land the plane right there. And this was the very same island where those girls lived. As soon as the plane lands on the island, 2 of the girls find out about it, and then the plane lands in the sea. Just then, seeing it, some of the girls hurriedly begin making their way to the shore. Meanwhile, the plane was also quickly approaching the shore, and the girls were hiding and watching it come closer. Right before their eyes, the plane reaches the shore. As soon as they arrive at the shore, Danny is the first to get off, followed by Mike. Now, as soon as Danny gets down, he starts looking around. Meanwhile, Stu, whose eyes were blindfolded, also got down after them. All of them thought that surely someone must be living on this island and that person would definitely help them. Danny was still looking around, and just then, upon seeing a pig, he shoots it. After a while, night falls and everyone decides to sleep right there on the shore. Meanwhile, when Dave goes to a corner to use the bathroom, he spots a human skull there, and seeing it, he starts screaming loudly. Hearing his screams, all his companions come running to him, and upon seeing the skull, everyone thinks that there might be tribespeople here and that they must have killed someone. The next morning, we see a girl named Diana on the island who is praying. There were other girls sitting beside her as well. In fact, she was telling their goddess that many men have arrived on the island and now only you can save us from them. We see that Diana was the leader of this group of girls. Meanwhile, Will and Max team up to search for drinking water. Mike and Danny had also formed a team, and they too were searching for drinking water, while only David and Stu were left on the ship. Now, as the 2 of them were talking, a caveman approaches them, and David shoots him as soon as he sees him. Meanwhile, as Will and Max were moving ahead, they suddenly hear the sound of a flare gun. As it turns out, it was David who had fired the flare gun. At the same time, Will and Max suddenly catch sight of a girl who is running away in fear because a caveman is chasing her. As soon as the girl sees them, she gets scared and begins sprinting away in the other direction. Will also starts chasing after the girl, while Max shoots and kills the caveman. Meanwhile, the girl keeps running, but Will manages to catch her. However, she bites his hand and escapes from there. On the other side, Mike and Danny also see a girl, but before they can say anything to her, she gets scared and runs away. Meanwhile, Will and Max get caught in a trap which was thrown at them by those girls. The young girls quickly surround both of them, and Diana herself wants to kill them. But just then, Maya arrives and says not to kill them because they saved her from the caveman. Upon hearing Maya's words, Diana makes her departure, after which Maya also cuts through the trap and leaves. And then the 2 men manage to get out. Later, Danny and Mike reach the same place where Diana was praying a little while ago. Meanwhile, Will and Max reach their ship, and just then, the caveman's corpse falls out of it. Seeing this, both of them quickly enter the ship and ask Dave about the corpse. Meanwhile, the girls take away the caveman's body, the one Max had killed. After that, Diana tells her tribe that she has just spoken to their goddess, and the goddess has told her that a great calamity is about to befall their island. Hearing Diana's words, all the girls become frightened. That night, everyone sleeps by the seashore, and as soon as morning comes, Dave starts preparing a grave for the caveman whom he had shot and killed. But before he can bury the caveman, those girls appear in front of him. Seeing them, the rest of his friends also come over to Dave. At that moment, the girls ask them for the caveman's body and they hand it over to them, after which the girls leave with the body. Then Max proposes a plan that they should befriend all these girls so that with their help they can finally get off the island. Everyone agrees with Max's idea. Everyone wanted to leave the island, but their ship didn't have enough fuel and the compass that showed direction was also broken. Because of these reasons, they were unable to get out of there. Mike also liked Max's suggestion. Next, he brings some utensils and clothes from the ship so that he can give them as gifts to the girls and get their help. Soon, Danny, Max and Mike start heading towards the girls. On the way, they come across the bodies of the same two tribesmen whom Dave and Max had killed. The bodies were hanging in one place. Now, the three of them felt that the girls were trying to scare them, but even after seeing the bodies, they weren't afraid. Meanwhile, Danny and Mike spotted one of the girls, so both of them started following her. Soon, all three of them reached the place where all the girls used to pray. But as soon as the three of them arrived there, all the girls surround them. Seeing the three of them there, Diana was not happy at all. Just then, Danny says to Diana that they want to be friends with her, and as he says this, he throws clothes and utensils in front of them. He tells Diana that all this is for her. But upon hearing this, Diana says that they don't want these gifts. Now, after hearing Diana, the three of them quietly leave from there, but they leave the clothes and utensils behind. The other girls really like the new items, but Diana doesn't like it at all. Just a short while after that, we see Maya, who comes to Max wearing new clothes. She had come to Max without telling Diana. Actually, Max had saved Maya's life from that tribal man, so Maya started liking Max. Next, Max tries to offer her some coffee. Maya had never had coffee before, so she doesn't like it. A little later, all the girls gather at the prayer spot. At that moment, Maya starts telling everyone that she's fallen in love with Max. But just then, Diana arrives there. She announces to the entire group that she just spoke directly to the goddess, and the goddess told her that they should befriend those men and with their help completely eliminate and destroy the tribals. Then, once we've killed the tribals, we'll kill those men as well. Hearing Diana's words, all the girls are absolutely stunned and speechless because they actually wanted to befriend the boys and develop a much deeper intimacy with them. But after hearing what Diana said, all the girls become sad. A little while later, Danny and Max were sitting by the shore talking. Meanwhile, two girls come over to them and start talking to them. At the same time, Will was trying to catch fish in the sea. Just then, seeing him, a girl comes over to Will, and noticing this, Danny also follows the girl. On the other side, Maya was sitting alone with Max, and seizing the opportunity, Max starts kissing her. Now, after kissing, Maya also feels really good, so she starts kissing Max again. Meanwhile, Dave was strolling along the shore. On the other hand, some girls had also become friends with Mike, and one girl even climbs a tree to pick a coconut for him. At the same time, he notices some tribesmen who are coming towards them in a boat. The girl shouts to gather everyone in one place, and then they all go hide somewhere. Meanwhile, the tribesmen also arrive on the island and become furious when they see the bodies of their companions. Meanwhile, after taking a walk, Dave started to rest. But just then, a tribesman comes up to him and slits Dave's throat. A little while later, when the tribesmen leave with the bodies of their companions, everyone comes out and sees that the tribesmen have killed Dave. Seeing this, they are deeply saddened and then bury him right there. A little later, while Maya and Max are out for a walk, Max spots an old ship there and the two of them go inside to check it out. On the other side, at Diana's suggestion, all the girls surround those men. There, inside the ship, Maya and Max find a corpse. Seeing it, Maya tells Max that this is our goddess. After seeing the corpse, both of them come outside, and then Maya tells Max that Diana has been lying to us from the beginning, saying that the goddess is still alive and that she talks to her. Now, Maya's words seem a bit strange to Max, so to find out the truth, he goes back into the ship to investigate. During this, he finds a diary. He reads the diary, which says that many years ago, a terrible war broke out in a country, forcing everyone to flee from there. In this country, a sister named Maria used to run an orphanage for young children, and as soon as the war began, she took all her girls and boarded the ship. Later, as the ship was leaving, the weather turned so bad along the way that the ship went out of control and crashed onto an island. Now, in this incident, the little girl survived, but Sister Maria's jaw was broken and the ship's pilot also died. It was little Diana who took care of Maria. Even though Diana was only 10 years old, she took very good care of the other girls. Then, as Diana grew older, she started to see herself as the leader of those girls. A few years later, Maria passed away, after which Diana became the leader of the girls. But she lied to the girls, telling them that Maria was a goddess who saved their lives, and because of this, she never let anyone go near the old ship either. She used to lie to the girls, saying that the goddess was alive in that ship and that she was the only one who could talk to her. After reading the entire diary, Max realizes that Diana is a crazy girl. At the same time, he also finds the compass that shows the direction. On the other hand, the girls were tying up all the boys' hands. Just then, Diana says that they should hand them over to the tribal clan so that the tribe never attacks them. Meanwhile, Max also arrives there and reveals Diana's truth to everyone. After that, all the girls together kill Diana. Then, the next morning, they all decide together to leave the island. Meanwhile, Max had a compass which indicated that there was another island nearby. But as soon as they try to leave, the tribal clan suddenly launches an attack on them. They try very hard to stop them, but Max and his companions manage to escape from there. Then, at the end of the story, we see that they reach that island, and friends, with this, the story comes to an end here.